Welcome back to the Ascendant land. Last time we left off, you guys had found and destroyed a teleportation circle that the bandits that you tracked a section of bandits to be using, and you met up with a few travelers traveling along the roads. One of which was a warforged named Bulk, who you all liked for some reason, and then you met up with a dwarf party. Or Dwarf and a few other people party, and they weren't so nice to you. They're a bit more standoffish. And as such, you continued on your way. From what I understand, you guys have the resolution to pick off more of the bandit if they were to attack you, but generally speaking, you're not going to instigate anything unless they go after you. And we'll be...
Scouting expedition.
Yeah. But as in, you're not going to go out and attack them out, pull on head on, at least. It's your resolution. And then, as we wrapped up the last session, you were riding off to your campsite, which where you are set up at the moment, and setting up for your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave you to talk if you were.
So we set up a watch rotation, I remember.
With more than one person on watch this time, yeah.
Yeah, so it was one person on watch, but you'd always have somebody awake in their tent somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't remember which way round it was between Krusk and Thoradin.
Krusk was with me.
Krusk was with you, and that's it. Because I remember that we wanted the DPS split between us, so that's fine. Yeah, cool.
I can take a few more hits than Krusk right now.
Yeah. So what I'll do, just so we've got
Just dodge them.
So Turi takes the first actual watch, and then Talari takes the second actual watch. Krusk is awake in his tent for the first 2 hours. We've got an hour gap. Then Thoradin for the next 2 hours, who actually has overlap over 1 hour of each person. Then another hour gap, and then Nadia for 2 hours.
Before everyone goes to bed, Nadia has something she wants to discuss with the group.
Okay. God.
Which is always something good to hear from a player character, isn't it?
I swear, if that medallion.
What, this medallion? Up to something? Whatever makes you think that?
Never. It's only demon infused. It's fine, but it's only 1/5 of a demon, so it's only 1/5 bad. Yeah.
Did you watch the end of Harry Potter?
No, it's still bad. It's only 1/5 as bad.
I wish that logic worked.
I know.
Well, technically, it's only 1/5 as powerfully bad, I guess. I don't fucking know. However, yes, it absolutely is the amulet. And Nadia is going to be like, so, you said if the amulet starts talking to you again, you should say something. The amulet has started talking to me again. I'm saying something.
Oh no.
What did it say?
Not much, really.
Not much. Define not much. To be fair, even a little bit is probably a bit too much.
The first time they just said help. And that was basically it for the second time again. Right. The thing... it's not like a conversation or anything. It's just... before I wake up, they asked me help. Let me out. Which I wasn't planning on doing, it has to be said.
As long as you don't feel like compulsion to do so, then I guess we're okay.
Not really.
It's not like sudden urge, or you feel any kind of tenderness towards the amulet?
No.
Just stare straight at Thoradin.
Hey man, I thought it with the sword. It can be tempting,
Look, Thoradin, I really don't want to hear about your tingly feelings.
And his tenderness of the sword.
And all your tenderness with the sword.
Just trying to help you. I've been where you've been.
I don't think you have, is the thing. Because that's like all it is. The thing that has me worried is what does everyone here know about Orcus?
Orcus?
Demon Prince of the Undead. Supposedly the person in the amulet.
DM Master General?
Nothing. I mean, I would imagine.
Do we know anything in her 200 and something years?
Didn't exactly.
For some reason, demon worship and demon tactics and such didn't really come up in your bring the balance to the world talk.
Not bring justice for demons or anything?
I can't.
Once?
It's more justice against people on people rather than
Right, yeah. Detailed focus. Right, okay.
Talari will know nothing. There's no way she'll know anything like that.
Niet?
Krusk wouldn't know. What?
Generally speaking, as a whole, demons are bad news.
Well, yeah.
Orcus is demon. Demon bad.
It's not really much
What do
more.
you,
It's not really much complicated.
What are
than
you? What are you seeing in the dream, or are you just hearing the words "help"?
What I am seeing is the problem.
that. Ah, you see as
What?
well.
What are
Certa
you-
can be classed as a demon, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So
What
what
are
did
you-
you
God
say,
at the
Matt?
same time.
Sorcerer is a
Certa can
demon.
be classed as a demon. He's the god of the fire.
Oh
Jack.
right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What are you seeing?
Little room, dude in the corner, skeleton bloke, long robe, scythe, skull face.
Sounds familiar.
I asked my brother about this last night. Orcus, as far as he is concerned, has got like ram's feet and horns and all sorts of shit.
Yes. And that's not what you're seeing in here?
Not what I'm saying.
Kind of skeleton does it look like? I mean, you're describing humanoid, but any fuzzies in that? Human?
Matt,
Orc?
can I tell?
It's just a skeletal figure, so
Yeah,
humanoid.
but like, if there are any
Tusk for
distinguishing
teeth?
features, yeah.
Still looks humanoid. So you can guess human.
Yeah.
It's the most common form
Yeah,
of
Human,
skeletons
maybe
come across.
elf, like nothing big or impressive. One
May
of
I,
the-
Awesome.
may I have the amulet?
Oh my god.
Krusk will hold out his hand.
She'll take it off and give it to Krusk.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
What are you
If
gonna do
anything
with it?
happens, just take it away from me.
He's like
What are you
partially
gonna
an
actually?
empty
Krusk,
void.
what are you gonna do with it?
Krusk is just gonna hold it, and he's just gonna try and communicate, like, just mentally with it. Just try and focus on it. Just say, like, "Do you need help?"
Of course, it's gonna need help. Dumbass.
I think,
Yeah,
we,
I
I
want to
think
see what it says.
we've established that already, Krusk.
I think the more
Establish the-
interesting question would be, who
Who
are you?
are you?
See if it replies at all first before we start
Okay.
asking it stuff. Does it
But
reply?
yeah, my brother, he reckons like they should have like bat wings and goat's legs and all sorts of bullshit.
Is that just down
He's
to
hiding his appearance.
is that just down to legend, or is that actual like
Well,
fact?
I doubt anybody I know has actually gone and had tea with him.
Well, you know, it's like we know Tiamat and Bahamut are dragons, so it stands to win reason that there may be a fact as to what Orcus looks like. I'm assuming not like an orc. That we know if orc is a thing.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Do I get anything from the amulet?
So,
Like,
what are you
no.
trying to do to the amulet?
Straight at it.
Magically communicate with it, I guess. Like,
Do you try and
extend my
invest it?
mind
Do
towards
you-
the amulet, like kind of open myself up to it.
He's doing this. Come on.
Just no, he's probably like
So kinda-
he's got it on his
kinda
head,
focus-
just going.
Are you trying to attune? It's like it's the equivalent kind of effort you would try and make if you were trying to attune to an item.
Oh no.
That's a bad
Yeah.
idea. That's a bad
But yeah,
idea.
But
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
might be an
saying I'm
empty
not saying
diary.
I'm not saying you're attuning to the item, but saying the amount and type of effort and
Yeah, like
contemplation.
similar effort, yeah.
Tempted to bond
Okay.
with the item.
So how long are you willing to go on doing this before for the party as well? How long are you willing to let Krusk? Almost like you can imagine, you're tuned to our magic items in the past, all of you.
Yeah.
So you know that he might be there for a long time.
59 minutes.
And the longer it gets on,
59
the more
minutes.
likely you could have been attuning to the item.
I mean,
So how long are you willing to wait?
I think
as a
we'd
whole?
probably end up having a discussion between us, like,
Like
Are we-
while he's doing it.
yeah, like, are we gonna let him just do that? I mean, it seems dangerous to do what he's doing.
But
He'll
no,
just be like really in the zone. He'll just be like,
Yeah.
I feel like if anybody should be willing to focus in on such an item, it should maybe not be Krusk, who's recently lost his entire memory of past and is mostly an empty void at this point.
That's a good point.
"Oh, I've got
Krusk,
my memories back."
Very impressionable.
Krusk, and Nadia's gonna poke him with a stick if he doesn't answer.
He'll be like,
Turi thinks you're unreliable because you don't have any memories.
It's not unreliable, just out of all of us, in regards to something that could possibly possess you, you happen to have recently lost all your memories. And kind of have a lot of places that are capable of filling with something else's memories and perhaps something else's personality. And then from there, you can see how I'm going with this.
recovered my memory somewhat, and my new magical inclinations that I was hoping would guard me. I think it's worth investigating the amulet. If anybody else thinks they're better,
I mean,
better
I could
equipped.
try. I have no idea how to talk to things that are trapped in amulets. But right, this was my point: is that maybe it isn't Orcus, maybe it's Merkel.
Possibly.
Who's Merkel?
God of the Dead.
God
Oh,
of the Dead.
right.
Reaper.
God of Death.
One of
God
the
of
it's
Death.
one of the ones that I have.
Kellenbor's God of the Dead.
Yeah.
Kellenbor's.
Oh yeah,
Kellenbor's
Merkel's God of Death. Yes.
Yes.
I
So
think it's worth-
overall, if you imagine, Kellenbor is the ferryman and Merkel's the Grim Reaper.
Okay.
I've
I think it's worth
Death.
choosing too.
Afterlife.
you know,
sure.
I kind of am with Nadia on this one. I think Merkel is probably a good idea. I've had conversations with that one before. It kind of fits his
Merkel?
description. Yeah,
You've spoken to him,
yeah. He's
and he
one.
obviously didn't seem trapped at the time. When did you
No.
last speak to him?
Oh God, how long ago was that? Talking like 2 dreams
A
ago.
couple of
Month
months,
or
probably,
so?
I think.
2 dreams ago. So
Month?
whenever, yeah,
Is that in like
2 months.
a few
Yeah.
months?
yeah.
Perhaps if you have met them before, you should be the one to try.
I guess so.
You could check them over, look at them, see if you get a similar feeling.
I suppose.
Even
That
us,
would be
you can
very
give them an
helpful.
examination.
I know. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Ah.
I mean, I suppose if you know,
Pat down.
if it is the same, if it is Merkel, I'm most likely going to be the one to know, unless any of you have spoken to him before.
Well, Talari, it's possible you haven't spoken to him before.
I mean, he fits the description of the person that talked to me, and he
Right.
was-
But like nobody's up in arms because Merkel's gone missing. That means that something at least that looks very like Merkel and everyone assumes is Merkel is currently standing in Merkel's shoes and doing Merkel's job. Fucking badly. Because there are undead everywhere.
Hmm. This could explain.
Like really fucking badly.
This could well.
Because there are undead. everywhere.
If that's the case, I think I definitely need to check this amulet, because if that is the case, then the thing I need to go talk to Kellenmore about is right in here.
Not that I don't trust you, Talari, but just in case there is kind of some kind of possession thing, could we maybe just take a couple things off you to make sure you can't immediately go crazy sorcerer on us and massive, lightning storm or fireball or whatever you sorcerers do?
I mean, to be fair, or you could just tie my hands together. Wouldn't that be easier?
Why don't you, we're about to long rest, aren't we? Why don't you just blast your high level slots, so at least you can't cast anything scary.
So
It's
just
a
send up,
Where your
just send up,
magic
just
at?
send up flares into the air so everyone knows exactly where we are.
Yeah, maybe that's not the
And-
best of ideas.
And then if the bandits attack, what we do
Oh, do
then,
you have-
Krusk?
Do you have anything that you can just burn off? Just into
I mean, I've
Yeah,
got a
if
lot.
we get attacked in the middle,
I've got a lot of slots, man. There's no way I'm burning all of that. That's a bad idea.
No,
if we get attacked in the middle of the night, we would then be fucked. Turi is correct.
we will bind your hands. And do we have to
Dragon?
cover your mouth or anything?
I mean, just in case I need to actually physically talk to the person, it's probably not the best idea to like gag me in case. Yeah, I don't know.
This is in your head, right?
Well, I don't know. If you go into these dreams, I don't know how these dreams work. I don't know if you go into the dream and you're gagged, then you know you can't talk inside.
You can ungag yourself in the dream. You know.
Is that how that works? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never been tied up and then gone into a trance.
Let's say.
You know.
You're a
Let's not
mage.
gag her.
You. How this shit work?
We can bind your hands then.
Fine. Just, I mean, you know, at least
Oh.
tying my hands together should be enough to.
If we can't,
You're okay
if
with
we
this?
can't find an answer, Merkel's town is quite close to where we're supposed to be heading.
So, can you take us to the world map, Matt? How
I
close is it?
take you to the one that has the what you call it?
Take us to the one with
Oh,
all the
the
town
paths.
names on it.
all the
Yeah.
labels on it. Yeah.
Tira's gonna start binding Talari's hands.
It's fine. She's
Okay.
obviously not
Assumedly someone has rope.
I'd get my bearing
Yeah.
on here.
gonna- hang on.
Number
So
15.
in Ball Scrotum, Merkel Village
Where
is
is
number
it?
15,
Too soon, babe.
and Mistress City is number 2.
All right, so
relatively
it's near the end.
Ball,
That's it. Okay.
Ball Scrotum and Mistress City are within days of riding of each other.
It's not too far.
We would have to go somewhat out of our way.
Yeah, yeah, but not too
Using
bad.
using the thing on the map, you can guess it's about 5 days travel.
Where is
somewhat out
Moradin?
of our way.
Moradin is there. What was our
Yeah.
route?
Moradin's
It was
there.
Moradin, Shah, I guess, or past Shah.
Yeah, Shah, and then we were going to
So we're going-
Lavender Ridge.
So
Lavender
that
Ridge,
so
and
that
then-
will take us to.
And then you
In
go
near
to
Helm.
8. 2, 5, 3, then 8 on the map, then
Yeah, and then 10.
either down to 2
So
or around to 10.
well, we can do that. So if we did that and then we went to 10, and then from 10 we could either go to 2 or 15. So 2 Mistra, 15 Merkel. So we've got the choice. It's pretty much halfway between. So it's not.
It depends what happens with
Right.
this now, I think.
Well,
if we
yeah,
can
yeah.
determine if it's like or not.
Yeah, we're here, so... Okay, no, yeah, I get it.
Okay, when
Maps.
Yeah.
when Talari's ready,
Yeah. So
Round up, yeah.
once her thing's all tied up.
Krusk
Okay,
will
tie
kind
your
of
hands up.
put
Yeah.
the amulet on her
Yeah, and then
and say, "Good luck, Talari."
Do a little pretty
And
bow.
then-
dear me. Rolls
Don't
her
get
eyes.
stuck in your dream.
And again, so you're going to put in the amount of effort as you would do if you were going to attune to this item.
Yeah.
Okay, so it will take about an hour for you to do the equivalent effort. What do the other people want to do in that time? Or are you happy to skip over the time?
I'm readying after an hour to punch her with Stunning Strike.
Wow.
Just in case. Just in case.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Makes sense.
Right. Demon Amulet.
Yeah.
Too trigger happy on it.
Krusk will just wait.
You know, it's
Have to wait.
purely if she starts, like, trying to attack.
Coughing at the mouth or whatever. Yeah.
Mm.
Everyone else happy to wait? So you
Yeah.
can play with the wolf and bits and pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Wolf is getting pets.
Okay,
Okay,
watching
so
Talari like a hawk.
at the end of the hour, you get a feeling of a presence in the amulet, and certainly wants out.
Hmm.
So I will try to. Do the obvious. Ask who it is. If they could give me their name.
Can you please roll for a what's your spell ability?
Charisma.
charisma. Can you please give me a spell saving throw, please?
So Christmas saving throw.
So basically, Christmas saving throw.
Sorry,
Yeah.
because Christmas saving throw. Yep.
Yeah. So what's that? 16 plus 7, so 23. 23.
Okay. It's like something's trying to talk to you, but through like a really, really, really thick piece of like glass that's like on the other side of like fudge or something really other thick and gloopy, and like there's a lot of interference in between whatever's on the inside of the amulet and between you.
Right.
But a very, very, very faint word of "muh" comes out.
Right. Thing is, if that's the kind of level of interference I'm getting in.
This is an amulet that's been split into 5,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
whatever's present in there has been chopped up and changed. And
who put you in this amulet? Trying to do
Can you please roll again?
Trying to do one-word answers at this point.
Mhm.
Just trying to. That is, oh god. 5 plus 7, so that's what? 12?
13.
12? 13?
12.
12.
Again, there's a lot of interference going on. You think maybe
I don't know what that is.
I mean, I could. I mean,
through.
in theory, I could ask him again.
Can you ask it how to free it? Let's just see what we get. What kind of noises?
Yeah. Okay. How would I even get around? Well, no, because it's too long. It's too long an answer. That's the point. If I go like, how would I go about freeing you? That's going to be way too long of an answer.
Let's just see what he says.
All
I'm just kind of curious.
All right. How would we even get about freeing you from this?
Please roll again.
Oh my god, it's getting worse. 9.
Get
Rolled
two.
Rolled a 2.
It's green light letter.
The rest of us can't hear any of this, can we?
No, but you can probably guess Talari's frustration.
Yeah, in her face.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I'm wondering if it's worth just repeating the art question again, because if it's just
it not work?
well, because
come the
You trying to do like the interference is hilarious.
but that to me just sounds like combine the amulets. That's what it sounds like to me. But
What you were saying? Come somewhere, like go to
possibly.
somewhere.
Well, this is the problem, isn't it? Like, it's
Come inside.
Yeah.
You have to go deeper.
What's Talari gonna tell us then?
I'm just trying to think.
You get a sense that you might need to spend longer, because Nadia, from your magical instance knowledge, right? Nadia spent a long time. She spent the best part of the past like 4 or 5 days with the amulet, and only just now at the very end has she's actually been filtering through to her.
Yeah. Okay. I think the best thing to do is to come out of this trance. I don't want to spend too much time in it, and I will relay the information that I've heard.
Fuck all.
Well, yeah. But at least tell him what how I heard it and what I heard. It's a fairly, it's a very high chance that we're talking to Merkel, which is very questioning. Then, I think it's considering how clearly. Oh, sorry. Considering how clearly Nadia heard her messages, it may make sense for me to hold on to this for now, to re-establish that connection, make that connection deeper. If it is Merkel...
If I've already got a connection,
I was just thinking.
maybe I should keep it?
But Talari's more magical, and she's seen Merkel before.
I'll be...
That's a good point.
So it makes... I'm probably the most... you know, as Krusk said, as I've met supposedly met Merkel, I'd probably be the person to know whether it is or is not the same person that I spoke to previously.
Or at least if they look similar or whatever, I guess.
could
Yeah.
And then
always
I can
delay
always,
going
I mean, already I've got enough to go back to Kellenvor with. I mean, if it is Merkel in here, I think he should at least be aware that
What
could
of
be
the
the case.
possibility?
And they could probably have a look at things on their end, potentially.
Hey, when you say
Yeah.
Kellenvor, who's
He's
who's
the
he
ferryman.
again?
He's the ferryman.
How do you have a connection with him?
He's who I'm working with. I remember I've told you. He wants
Oh.
to know why people are turning undead and not actually being ferried in. Well,
So he's your
Yeah.
god, basically.
so
he might.
So basically, if Merkel is in this amulet and he isn't doing his job, that would certainly explain why things
Well,
are
it would-
messed up.
It would be a bit hard for him to do his job, wouldn't it? It's not
Well,
gonna.
exactly.
You'd
so,
expect.
exactly.
I think
Yes.
Kellenvor would know that his boss was locked
Well,
up.
they're
It'd be
not
interesting to see what
they
he
don't
says.
work for each other. They kind of work and doing their, you know, he's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like the delivery man, and he's the end, I guess. No.
Yeah, so Kellenvor takes and sorts the souls to their respective afterlives, and like he helps to weigh their souls to make sure that if they are ultimately evil or bad and don't deserve
I'll
their
sort that out.
respective good afterlife,
Mm.
then they'll get shifted off to Baal or if to Cyric or any other like evil gods who would torment people forever, kind of thing.
He's the sorting office.
Yeah,
Okay.
or it's like Anubis, I think is the right.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Egyptian god.
Anubis would be
Yeah.
accurate.
Like weighs your heart against the
Yeah,
feather.
yeah.
He's that
Yeah.
kind of vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Whereas Merkel is just
Mhm.
the will take your soul and
Mhm.
dump you off.
Or King Yaman
Kellenvor.
if you're like Dragon Ball, you know,
Ending your
inclined.
life, sort of thing. Yeah.
Does no one know anything about orcas whatsoever? Because I just feel like this could be kind of a Syracuse styled kind of trap.
I mean, this is the thing. We're basing.
Is that something you're asking Icy?
Well, I'm more asking Matt, the DM, if any of us, in any way, shape, or form, would have knowledge of orcas in
Wouldn't-
like.
Crest
If you
wouldn't
ask
give
an
a shit.
icy question, you'll get an icy answer. If you don't ask an icy
No,
question,
no, this
you
isn't
won't.
an icy question. This is a to the
Okay.
DM question.
OC, none of you have really been in that level of study to look at demons.
Yeah.
So Nadia's brother Nathaniel, he's shaman in training, and in the tribal sense, they
This is
have
why,
they have a lot more need to do stuff.
Matt, this is why I say if you ask an icy question, you'll get an icy answer. This is information Nadia possibly has, but
Yeah,
we'll only tell them
but
icy.
OC, it's Nathaniel's got the training to do so, whereas the rest of you guys haven't gone through the efforts because because it's the world of gods. It's all the gods you have to worry about, and so
Okay.
demons haven't really been a necessary evil in this world
Yeah.
that you guys have had to come across. It's all
Okay.
been what are the worries of this evil god's going to screw me over, so I'm going to go to this good god. Or so on and
Then
so forth.
Icy, Terry will say, does anybody think that this could maybe be a trap from orcas themselves?
Well, this is the idea: is that if I can establish this connection, I may be able to glean that. I mean, I've spoken to enough evil gods by now, or you know, gods that way inclined. So
Merkel would be a weird god for him to pretend to be. Wouldn't he pretend to be someone we're more likely to immediately want to save?
well, you wouldn't want to pretend to be a god that people can get into contact with. That's for sure. Because how would Orcus know we aren't in cahoots with? You know.
That's a good point.
Merkel's neutral, isn't he? So maybe he deliberately picked a neutral god. I don't
Merkel's
know. It's
evil.
worth investigating. Maybe there is
Merkel's
more
neutral
to it.
evil.
Neutral evil. Okay.
Neutral evil, yeah.
So, on this sense, then, if we are saying what I think we are saying, we have been had by whoever hired us for this job.
Sounds very plausible.
They
Yes.
don't necessarily know they've got the wrong person.
Possibly true, but if I was them and I was trying to get rid of another god, or possibly getting rid of this god, and I had to send other people to do my job, I would tell them it's some kind of horrible demon, don't touch the amulet ever, and everything will be fine.
Oh, yeah, okay, it's possible. Like, worst case scenario, the people who hired us are trying to do away with the god. It's also possible they genuinely think they've got Orcus and they've been had.
I mean,
Because this only came up, what, like a month or so ago? It got dragged out of the waste?
Mm.
If all they know is they've got an evil amulet to do with the undead, it's got the right stamp on it, why would you think that the people who'd originally done the sealing had made a mistake?
Point.
Mm.
A month or so ago was when we dealt with Necromancer John, right?
Yeah.
Right. I have a bad feeling that perhaps maybe part of what he was doing there was maybe to trap Merkel so he had full control over undeath.
I mean, it's possible, but it doesn't seem very likely.
Well, maybe not alone, but maybe he wasn't alone. Maybe we just found him when he was alone.
Well, okay, but they got the, like, we heard that they'd got the rumour from Kellavmore's Waste. We heard the rumour they got the amulet from Kellavmore's Waste. So, I mean, if they didn't, then they've gone around planting false rumours, I guess?
No, what I'm saying is, Kellamvore's Waste is where we fought the Necromancer. John.
Kellammore's Island.
Kellavmore's
Island, sorry.
Island. Kellavmore's Waste is on the other side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Kellavmore's Wastes is where they found the amulet.
Okay, never
Allegedly.
mind.
Other end,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. I mean, if they're full of lies, then that could also be full of lies. But we just didn't just hear that they had the amulet, like that they'd found the amulet from then. Like
Yeah.
it was all over the town, like from travelers and stuff.
Also, you know,
So
I
they
didn't-
found at least something in the waste.
Mhm. I mean, I also didn't want to really mention this because, you know, they were paying us and Thoradin seemed happy, but someone who's going to throw around 5,000 gold just for nothing, basically, they had no idea what we were going to do. People don't have that kind of cash unless they're into some dodgy shit.
That's a good point.
Or they rule an entire city and are willing to pay to get a dangerous job done.
Maybe, but then
We're a
they
skilled group.
could get anyone to do that. They don't need to necessarily pay the money to have us do that. There's not. You're telling me that all they wanted to do was make sure it travelled separately. You're telling me they don't have that in their organisation that has
City
this
full of
amount money?
wizards that's just full of wizards, and if somebody knows that the wizards have got this, are going to be looking for travelling parties of wizards. A group
I mean,
that arrived in the city 2 weeks ago and leaves the city 2 weeks later that just happens to be going this way is a lot better cover than like an official expedition or whatever the hell.
I'm
That's a
sure
good
they can
point.
have found hundreds of people to
That's
do
Oh, yeah,
it.
they
but we was there
could.
at the time.
I mean,
They
we
could
Yeah, but-
find
I mean,
hundreds of people, but we
they-
were there and we like them.
also
Why wouldn't they ask
also
us?
We've got
they-
a track record.
Well, the thing is as well,
Exactly.
we you know, Jace has a reputation. They knew that we were friends with
Mm.
Jace. If you wanted
Right.
it to be undercover, you wouldn't have picked an organisation that's just hit the public attention.
And nobody, like,
No,
if
but
Krusk and Thoradin didn't keep running their mouths, nobody would know who we are.
that's very
If you
Yeah,
hadn't run into
just
trouble in the
it.
last
But why?
retreat,
But
nobody
why?
would know we're here.
But why run the risk? Why even take that risk?
Because they know we're good. If
But-
someone's hunting this thing, we've just taken down a powerful mage
Yeah,
for
but I'm
them.
surely we're not the
We
only.
can defend it. Well, no, we're not, but we're available, and we're possibly cheaper than some other people they might ask to defend it. Think about those guys we met back on the road.
But
Cheap.
before
If
Hulk was
they
saying
had
how
asked us for a
cheap-
quote, I would have said like 1,000, but they willingly gave us that much money, significant amount of money. I think
But
Talari's
this-
got a point.
Right,
This
and if
is
we
because
don't,
thing-
if we don't at some point have somebody come right down on our heads looking specifically for this amulet, I will eat my hat.
The other thing is there are 4 other parts to this amulet.
Mhm.
If what they were telling us was the truth.
Right.
We are only a fifth, so if you think about it that way, they're only putting a fifth of whatever funds they are spending on this towards us.
Not
Extenders.
necessarily.
Allegedly.
Well,
Not necessarily. They were taking one. Like the person who hired us were taking one themselves.
Mhm.
So that cost them only the teleport spell they were using. They have, if the various other methods are from Wizards of the City, they're probably not getting paid. Or
Well,
if they
that's
are,
very true.
isn't it?
they're
we don't
getting
really
paid
know.
less.
We're just speculating massively.
We're just
here.
yeah, but I'm just pointing out that you're speculating in one direction. There's an equal amount of speculation to be done in the opposite direction, so you don't get carried away with your being suspicious.
Of course, but the other thing to think about is being that we are a fifth part of this and something we should probably ask the skeleton person, Merkel or Orc guy or whatever, that, you know, is he split into these 5 amulets? Is he just part of this one? Are there other gods in the other amulets? How does this work?
I mean, we're also talking about a group that's strong enough to even do something like this. Demon or god?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
that's
true.
ridiculous.
I have
Well,
been
no,
thinking that.
it was sealed ages ago, like in the God War.
How do you know?
Do they know? Do we know? But we told that.
Okay,
I swear you spoke to Merkel
the
like 2
rumours.
months ago.
That's the
That's
rumors.
the rumor.
that's what's the
Allegedly.
rumor. Yeah, but right. Okay.
Okay.
So the current going theory is that we might have Merkel in the amulet. The Merkel that's currently wandering around waving a scythe at things is a fucking fake. And it was the fake who came to talk to Talari. They didn't just randomly like fucking bang him up 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody would have bloody well noticed if they'd done that, Krusk.
How do you know? This is all literal speculation. They could have done it secretly, right? And put him in. How would anyone know?
Right,
I mean,
okay.
you do remember that we had
Somebody-
Cyric pretending to be Tyr for
So all calm down, yeah. It's because Cyric was literally pretending to be Tyr. So you're just making wild, like, speculation. But you don't really know, do you?
Cyric was literally pretending to be Tyr for the last 300 years. Yes, and nobody fucking
So you
noticed
don't
that
actually
either.
know, so you don't
So
actually
yeah,
know. So-
okay, Krusk, you're quite right. The amount of unobservant going around in this world right now is at an all-time high, and it's possible Merkel just got pulled like the old switcheroo and a dolly was left in his place.
Well,
Saying
Dolly
we don't
or
really know what's
Orcus.
happened. All we
See-
know is that what we've been told is not necessarily the truth.
Okay,
Right,
cool,
something more
Krusk.
is going on.
Great one. All we know is that we do not know anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
Congrats. Right, let's carry on like that, shall we? Without trying to work out
Well-
what things actually are, you dumbass.
Saying, right, that instead of you speculating, which is completely pointless because you're just making up stuff and we don't know if it's true, we might as
Right.
well, all we can agree on, right,
Mhm.
is there's something going on more with the
Right.
amulet than what we
Yeah.
thought.
Yep.
And we need to investigate it. I think we need to wait and let Talari see what she can come up with.
Yeah, because I think that's a revelation in itself that we're not taking this at face value anymore. You know, so it's definitely something, you know, as Krusk says.
Does anybody have ink and parchment? Anyone?
I don't think no.
Sure.
I've
Or
got a
pencil and parchment?
I've got a book.
I'm just suggesting that maybe we come up with a list. Because it's going to take a few days for, you know, you to be able to talk to Merkel, but I sense we have a lot of questions for him.
This makes sense. Can you? Oh, by the way, can anyone untie my hands, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, good point.
Undo the bow.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Talari, write all the questions down in a book, and then when you go to sleep, you'll have to remember to dream you've got the book with you.
See, I told you that's how it works.
I don't think that's
Doesn't
how it
sound
works.
fun.
What if if that's not how it works? What if I
You don't
go
even
into
have
what if
real dreams.
well, what if I go into this dream and the book's got different questions in it?
Oh, does that happen?
I don't know. Well, you're saying that whatever I take with me in the real world doesn't come
Bullshit.
with me.
So,
Then the bullshit we were just talking about, what god we've got.
so with dreams, right? Do you not take what's with you? Like,
Really random.
It's your dreams. You can make it whatever you want. If
I
you want the
don't
question
Like,
to
know.
be
just
something.
get random stuff. Like sometimes you dream you're like a little kid again, and like you're wearing little
Yeah.
kid clothes.
That sounds horrible.
That does sound very bad.
And then like sometimes I don't know, it's completely different.
They don't sound. They
Wow.
still don't sound pleasant. Nothing.
You
even
do
if so-
don't.
You know.
Why would you want to do this?
I
You don't want to do it. It just happens. It's just a thing.
That's why I drink every night. So I just
Man, you
flat
not.
out asleep.
I
totally
you know
get
what?
it.
You know what? I'm glad I'm an elf. Being a
Happens.
non-elf sounds way too difficult.
Ah, same. Super weird.
I wouldn't want those kind of ears.
Oh dear. All right. think watch.
Don't
coming.
You all
lose
get
it.
some of your dreaming sleep.
I'm gonna.
Okay. So,
If you get ambushed, scream really loudly.
Ah,
Back to
don't
the
dream.
long
Oh.
rest.
so as you long rest, all of you are generally troubled by the potential badness of like Merkel not being Merkel, or Merkel being trapped in the amulet. It sets in uneasy dreams for majority of you. For those
All the
who
ones who
can,
dream.
Yeah.
those you can,
I think it
those
goes
you
over
can directly
straight over
dream.
Thoradin's head.
It sets for an uneasy night at least. But as night goes into day,
Oh,
you wake up
Dun,
more
I don't know.
Long rest
I need.
Sun is up.
I don't think I
refreshed,
needed
long
long
rest
rest,
is
actually.
complete.
yeah, I didn't need
Um,
long rest anyway.
Long
I'll hit
rest.
run anyway.
Sweet.
And
Spell slots back.
you wake up as day's coming up. This is probably the first night in a while that you've actually gone to bed at a reasonable hour compared to the past few nights.
Hmm.
It's an easy feat.
And no fighting. It's always good.
No,
We were close to a lot of camps, I think.
Mm.
yeah, and like for those during the night, what happened before is that generally all the wildlife and stuff shuts up. Something like other people are rustling around. Still plenty of wildlife around. You saw a few bats in the air. Plenty of like bees, not bees, flies and stuff getting around the fire and stuff. It's like classic normal, what you class as a normal summer evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you wake up? It's a fairly overcast day, but quite warm.
Okay.
Muggy, some might say.
Mm.
But then
How
yeah.
concerted a hunt do we want to make for those circles?
Mm.
Because if we're willing to, if we want to make like a concerted hunt, I was thinking maybe me and Turi should go up the hill and do a sweep.
What was the plan
Abreast
again?
of
We're not going for the camp, their hideout, are we?
No,
Just
We're
going
scouting.
So
Scouting
so,
for
yeah,
circle.
So if they come to us, which we're not necessarily
We
trying
tank them.
yeah, we kill them. We're not trying to avoid them. We're kind of almost trying to get them to come here. That's why that's why everyone else is sleeping during the day, because they don't want to encounter them. But we're keeping to our schedule because we do. And if we find any more teleportation circles, we're going to destroy them. That's basically the gist of it.
think we should waste too much time then looking
No.
for the circles. Better to go turning our information to the city. They can flush them
That's
out.
true.
Yeah.
The less chance we get attacked now, the better chance we have of getting reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can at least look in like this area around the camp just to see if there are any straight lines.
We did that last night.
Oh, did you? Cool. Fair enough.
Mm.
I don't think
night.
it's worth spending like an hour doing your spirals. I think that's just
It'll slow us down too
It's,
much.
it's,
I
it's
think.
every time we camp, I think we
yeah,
do
yeah,
a big sweep.
yeah.
I think it's a good idea every
Yeah.
time we stop. Or if we stop and see anyone else, we can look around their camp.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we should
Road, then.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hit the road.
Let's go.
Mhm.
So, on the road, you go around, you drive around. As a whole, it's been quite quiet on the roads. You do see some kind of like ruts in the roads, like there's maybe some traffic has been going around during the night. You see more obvious now that the rain has been. But you still don't come across anybody as you travel during the day.
Do you see any more like campfires and stuff?
Not until very near the end of the day. You see the largest campfire you've seen in the distance. It's about another 2 to 3 hours, maybe.
Mm.
Do we want to check the
Interesting.
smoke out?
Maybe stealthily this time approach it.
Yeah. Yeah. Be very careful with this one. If it's
Send
a
in the
large
scouts.
group, yeah.
Yeah.
Although,
in case.
if there is a large group and they are friendly, well, not bandits, and they catch us skulking through the underbrush, do you really think they're going to believe we're not bandits?
Could be a perfect opportunity for Sooty to do his thing.
Just putting that one out there.
I think
Well,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
know
We'll
if that
prove
green
we're not
circle,
bandits.
you know.
You know, no one's gonna. No
So
one's
it's the
gonna.
purple and the green square.
No one will.
That you see. in
Can
the
anyone else
distance.
see Sunny's mouth moving, but I can't hear it?
Also, Matt, I don't think we're on the
Hello?
map you think we're on.
Hello?
I can still
No.
just see the campsite.
Yeah, I
Wait, there you are. Changed.
Hello.
I thought it was my headset.
Don't mind me.
No, I can't hear him.
You see
I
the
can't
purple?
hear Sunny. I can't. Sunny, we can't hear you.
Just see his mouth moving.
Hello.
Ah,
There
there
we
you are.
Right, that's weird. Don't know why that suddenly changed. But all right. Whatever. Discord.
So it's the purple and green square. It's like the distance. So
Oh,
3 hours
green.
away, maybe.
Where are we gone
What,
here?
what time is it roughly?
Well, you've had your pretty much your whole day of traveling,
Okay.
so it's another 3 hours on top of that.
I am kind of curious.
Oh, sorry.
Let's do
What I said, which you probably missed, was this could be an opportunity for Sooty to do his thing. No one's going to suspect a cat.
Yeah, but he
That's
can't
true.
talk.
And we can't infer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
some
I think
sure that Krusk
I keep
failed
forgetting
language.
it's not familiar. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not really
no,
familiar.
no, that's
yeah.
fine. I mean,
We could set up a camp here and wait and see who goes past in the night.
yeah.
True. Oh, it depends. They could be travelling north.
Then we would have seen their campfire yesterday as well. Which we didn't. Unless we did, Matt. I don't think
No,
we
it's
did,
just
right?
as the horizon comes over, this is a new campfire.
Oh,
haven't
sorry.
seen yet.
I now understand what you mean. Unless they're travelling north up from
As in, like,
up,
up Ogma's Eye.
up. Yeah,
Past Ogma's Eye. And we'd
Um,
miss them.
we would miss them. But if they're travelling that way, they're not really gonna want to talk to us, I guess.
Mm.
Unless we can
If
recruit.
if it's,
Unless we can recruit them.
how well did your last 2 efforts at recruiting?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
I can dream.
Also, if it was the bandits, why would they camp out? Would they really need to? Because they've got
It's
I
circles
like-
don't
everywhere.
think it is the
Let's not give
bandit.
it.
So
Because they'll be like, who's going to attack
Mines.
us?
I could run ahead and scout and then come back.
What for
You
3
are the
whole hours?
closest to the bandit campsite as you've been so far.
No, I'm saying we get like
We want to be really careful. tonight.
basically
want-
here,
Mm.
and then I scout ahead, and then
Oh, I see.
You'd be
Well,
really far from us. though. If
Matt-
you're getting 3 hours ahead, we wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
help you.
yeah, but that's
they-
3 hours ahead. Right now,
From
if
where
we were
we
here,
are, yeah.
Matt,
Yeah, but
Well, like,
right
you
now
have
we're
them.
at the end of our travelling day.
We
We
could
would
push
have
on,
to
but then we're going to be.
continue travelling for like 2 hours, and then you'd have to scout, and then you'd have to come back.
yeah, yeah.
It's a bit risky.
It's
And
And
really
we're
worth
close
it.
to the
Find it
bandits
very
as well.
risky.
I do
We're
want to talk
really
to them,
close to the
but I think
bandits.
it's really risky.
the gamer in me wants to go to the smoke place.
I know. Yeah.
You can
Mm.
wait.
Well, you know, it might stay there in the morning. Who knows?
Yeah. If they come past in the night, we can get a look at them. If they don't come past in the night, they might still be there tomorrow. If there's a really big group, they won't be moving as fast as we are.
True.
I wish I had like a astral projection type spell. You know, you'd send your
Doesn't everyone?
spirit ahead.
Quite a
Yeah, I
high
think
level
we need
spell.
Familiars,
tonight.
man. That's what familiars
Also-
are for.
Also tonight,
long
I
way
think we
from
need to
it.
find a really good campsite because we're right next to the bandit hideout, and if they all come down on our heads, we're going to be in a world of hurt.
True.
Mm.
Yeah, this
True.
is this is probably the one campsite where we really need to make sure we're all here.
Yeah.
For sure, because this is you
The
know,
same watch as the night before then.
Yes.
With some people
Same,
wait.
yeah, same watch as the night before,
Yeah.
and we try to make sure we get a fortified position.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a group vote there. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, can you please roll survival for everybody, please?
mhm.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
13 for Talari.
16 for Turi.
24.
22.
18.
24.
Okay. Yeah, feeling that. So you're able to. This is more so. Going down the road, to the right of you, to the south, is just the bandits, and to the left of you, to the north. Sorry, to the south of the bandits, and to the north, is basically the coast.
Mhm.
You find a good like cove to the north. They were able to like there's a bit of nice bit of shelter in it. Nice, able to like you're able to cover your fire very well. You're almost on the beach, not quite on the beach, but you're very close to like beach area. for it.
Okay, so it's
And-
beach, not a cliff. That's quite handy.
Yeah, this area is a bit of a beach.
Cool.
But you bit back off the beach under the shelter of the cliff. So to the road behind you, there's no real obvious way for anyone to see your campfire. And anyone who comes out, and there's no obvious way, or no easy way for anyone to come down onto you. They all have to come the way you came. So you'd see anybody coming for a good 10, 20 minutes maybe before they come. So you'd have a good chance of seeing them and react before they acted, before you did anything.
Nice.
Set up camp.
What's the negative for sleeping in armor? Will I be exhausted in the morning
You won't
Yeah,
rest.
you don't get benefit of a
Don't
long
sleep.
rest. And you gain exhaustion.
if I do get exhaustion? But we've got a cart.
You can't gain benefits of long rest on cart. It's too. You
Oh,
can
it's
get a
too
short
bumpy.
rest. You can get a short rest, certainly, but not a long rest.
No, exhaustion's pretty bad. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. No worries.
Unless you take the
Can't-
exhaustion.
First level,
What's
not terrible.
what's first level exhaustion? It's
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
only ability checks,
It
not
means
attacks.
I could still fight.
Yeah, you're not, it's
Yeah.
not attack. It's not attack rolls. It's your actual
I'm
skills.
just thinking because we're next to the bandits. This is the most likely place. I feel like we're going to get attacked.
Yeah.
Thing is, if we don't get attacked and you've got a level of exhaustion tomorrow, and then we get attacked,
Yeah. What's
See what I mean?
What's the second one? Speed halved.
yeah. Honestly, you're with Turi at the beginning, and how much do you really lose AC wise?
Or
4. It's not terrible, but you know,
16.
you've gone to spellcaster. You're meant to be ranged anyway.
true. Okay, yeah, I'll take the armor off. I was
Okay.
thinking maybe I could sleep in the cart, but yeah, because it's too bumpy. That won't work.
Did we? Did
I'll
it,
say
The mod
fucking
suspension
shortest.
isn't a thing.
so is light armor even too much?
Yes.
Okay. I was just thinking maybe you sleep in light armor then to make
Traps,
to stop the to
Any
gap
armor
it, but
counts.
That's fine.
I even
Okay.
find like long sleeve and stuff like kind of uncomfortable when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Fair enough.
Yep. Any armor counts, unfortunately.
Continue.
Yep. So you set up your long rest. You feel you're well defensed. You're well prepared if anything or anyone was to come at and investigate or maybe even attack you.
God, doggo.
Yep. Over the wolf is always on his. It's a very good guard dog. And Sooty the cat
Very good
is
doggo.
very comfortable on Krust's chest as he sleeps.
I think I'm gonna trance next to Oliver today. Just so
Well,
still apparently in watch.
Yeah, she goes up and around. But yeah, every now and again she can come over and pat next to you.
She perches.
You get dog breath
Mm.
in her face.
So
Yeah.
let's- You're a good dog.
Grr.
Serious.
She knows she's not a dog.
Mhm.
She's
Good
a
girl.
wolf.
Um,
A dire wolf.
she's majestic. Okay. And as night turns to day, it's been a quiet night. Been soothing actually. You've
Interesting.
it's been a clear night. You've had a good bit of stars and the moon above you. You've heard a few travellers on the road behind you, but quite quiet in general. You haven't seen anybody come up anywhere near you for any of your watches.
Do you reckon they're avoiding us? Do you think they're worried? We did wipe out like a whole raiding party.
We also travel at the same time. Oh, you're talking about the bandits. I was talking about the travelers.
I meant the bandits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they don't want to draw too
Maybe.
much attention close to their home, maybe, I don't know.
They might be summoning their forces, like literally summoning their forces.
Unless it takes some time to revive like 10 people. Depends how many mages they've got.
Well, they could definitely have enough diamonds.
Well, they have enough
would
diamonds, sure, but you
mean
got to
that-
good enough spell slots, don't you? It's a 7th
You
level
know, it
spell.
would- if it does take them time, this means that they are weak right now.
Not this again, Krusk. No,
Don't
we've
don't
had
tempt
this.
Thoradin.
Just saying. I mean, if they're weakened and we're pretty close.
No.
Not this again, Krusk. We've done this. No, we agreed we were scouting, and then we were fucking off.
Russ is just
Whoops.
gonna like look at Thoradin, who's the most likely to.
No, Krusk.
He's
do
actually
I feel?
depressed.
Like I'm dealing with a
He's actually
5-year-old here, Krusk.
Thoradin, I promise you all the fighting in the world. Just don't do this right now.
Yeah,
Thoradin,
he's
just
pretty
imagine the
depressed right
feel
now.
of,
Let's face
oh,
it. Let's face it.
crushed with your axe.
They're not gonna go anywhere. You know, we can come back later. There's nothing
They have
stopping us.
decided stronghold.
You know,
It's
we
only
know where
because
we
Yeah,
know where they are.
they're weakened right now.
Look, we will scout out if it happens to be that we think it is worth
Last night
time.
about baseless speculation, Krusk. Sorry, Turi, but what were you saying last night about baseless speculation, Krusk? You fucking hypocrite! You haven't a clue.
Maybe we should go have a look.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, it won't be speculation anymore.
Speculation.
Yeah,
God.
when we actually see them.
Okay.
Oh.
Fucking see them and realise they're not weak at all, and then they
So-
fucking kill you, and then you'll be dead again.
No.
I think the quieter of us should still do our scouting thing, but very unlikely that we are going to decide to do a siege today, okay?
But you want to go scout?
Just for the circles.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay, not this.
So, well, if we're
If
going
we're,
out
if we're
that
this
far,
close,
we
I think
might find something a little bit closer to home.
yeah, I think the scouting around here is probably not. I mean, they're not going to have a circle this close, surely.
But it
Yeah,
may
Like,
not.
there was a
May,
back door.
it may be
Emergency exit.
something else that we find.
Yeah, I
Oh,
suppose.
pile of bandits. Yeah. Is
Well,
that smokestack still there, Matt?
As you get up and go around in the morning, you do see that smokestack is still there. It's still going. Just as big as it was yesterday.
Mm.
Oh,
Maybe it's
now
like
I
a
really
trading-
want to go.
Could be like a
This
trading
is
post or
still there.
something.
Or people being,
What, right next to a bandit encampment?
or
do they?
or it's a pyre.
Oh, we have to go.
Depressing.
Yeah. I did not think about that.
Depressing, but sure.
From what you know of pyre smoke, it's not black. It's not
Okay.
kind of
So it's not, so
burn.
people aren't being burnt.
Like-
Okay.
So, if you burn like fat and bodies and stuff, you get all like black and smoky
Flesh.
and,
Right.
and stuff. But this
Okay.
is like white smoke,
I
Okay.
did not
generally
know that.
fairly clean.
Clean
remember that.
flame. Go.
Right.
That's a cool fact, actually. Okay, so how about we check for the teleportation circles, probably slightly closer to our vicinity,
Mm.
and then we go check out the smoke. Who knows, Thoradin? Perhaps you have to fight someone there. Trying to cheer him up.
I don't know if that'll be enough.
Don't give him ideas.
Are you okay, Thoradin? I can see you're hurting right now.
Do you want to
Yeah.
spar a little bit? A little bit of sparring? Would that make you better?
I
That's
just
teasing
want to
him.
smash some more skulls in.
Okay.
All that gold we're missing out. Just it's like we're being robbed. Robbed all that gold.
Okay, not don't
Someone
worry.
else is gonna get it. And...
We'll be able to hand in. You'll be able to hand in the hands. It's going to be okay. Okay.
And the
Yeah,
hideout.
none of you guys getting any of that gold. All of that gold's going to me.
You can
the
take
hands.
all of my gold, Thoradin. I've never cared for it.
You can take mine as well.
Yeah, you say that now.
So on your hunt
Different
from
aspirations.
teleportation circles, try as you might, unfortunately, there's nothing lines up today for you. At least in this close vicinity.
So
you can tell.
sense. Any? Do we get any hint of like? Because obviously we've been given the marker ourselves, but is there any hint of like markers of a different kind, not necessarily the same as before, but different kind of markers that might be going towards the hideout?
We got given directions to the hideout.
No, I know for us, I'm questioning whether
No.
they have their own system.
Well, he would have given you the same one. So like, there's like a river
Oh,
that you
okay,
follow,
okay.
essentially.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Apart from, but you see the river to the entrance on your little walk around. It's like that's the river. Pretty sure that's the river.
Go. Just quick peek.
But that's
No.
that's like another like half day's travel up the river to the
No.
to the where they would be.
So close, yeah, so far.
Check out the smoke stack.
Thoradin will stop there for a second.
Look longingly out.
We'll go past it, yeah.
Come on, come on.
Ah,
Who knows? The smokestack could be bandits. Could be bad evil bandits that are not willing to be not willing to repent.
I forgot we have to offer them repentance.
Turi
Well,
has to offer the
I
repentance.
do, at
Yeah.
least, and I would like it if you also offered them repentance.
Krusk will go along with it. He'll offer people repentance.
Thank you, Krusk.
So you're all happy to go to where the smokestack leads you. Take the 3
Please.
hours.
Good about
on the
happy.
road.
Please.
Sad to go, but he'll go.
I mean, Talari will just follow the herd. Really, she's not gonna. She'll err caution, because obviously, if it's still there, it's strange for it to still be there.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Everyone
not.
check it out.
That ain't
Thinking
right.
maybe it's like a more permanent fixture or something's
know.
going on.
I mean, if it's white, because a campfire would give off black smoke, would it not? Or is it white smoke a campfire gives off?
Generally speaking,
Well, let's go and
if
find
you're
out.
if you're trying
Let's go and
if
find
you
out.
try easily enough, you don't need to do black smoke for fire. If you use leaves, twigs,
Yeah.
and like
I mean,
wet stuff. Anyway,
who'd hang
Yeah.
around, man? No one would hang. No one.
It must be like a big group, right? Traveling. Maybe they need to take longer to like pack
Yeah.
up the camp and stuff like that.
Unless it's like actually like a community, like a traveling community.
That's my other guess.
Possibly.
Yeah, like a trader's.
gypsies.
something.
Mm.
Right.
Or they got injured last night and they are currently dealing with their injured party.
Maybe. Well, I mean, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. We'll have a look. I mean, it's a general consensus.
Yeah, let's
You know,
let
it's-
them
it's-
read.
Let's go find out.
Yeah.
So as you're traveling close to the smokestack, you see that there is a trail that is just wide enough for a horse cart. And as you
How are we approaching
Cautiously.
this? Like,
I
are
imagine
we
you
going
go
up with the
cautiously.
car, or are we sneaking
Friendly.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
cautiously.
friendly.
Yeah, definitely cautious. We're gonna have to leave the cart somewhere or back of the horse somewhere because we're gonna have to
Not-
go there on foot, surely. Because you're not
Well,
gonna sneak
if
on a
it
horse.
was- Well, no, but are we sneaking? That was what I was saying.
I mean, until we
yeah.
know, we got to. I don't
It's
think
broad
it's.
daylight now, though. I was thinking it's more worth being sneaky when it was night.
Oh, is it day now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they-
Then,
but
yeah.
then there's no
isn't
point.
it
Yeah.
worth it?
Like
There's
early
no point.
morning
There's
now.
no point being sneaky if it's in the daytime because that's.
Why-
Yeah, I
why-
think let's just
Yeah, but
approach
isn't it worth looking like not bandits? If we're being all stealthy and sneaky and someone spots us, suddenly we look like bandits.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
so
in this
that,
area.
that was my worry about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bandits. Yeah.
I feel like either they're in trouble, or it's like a big group, or like some kind of semi-permanent future.
So as you come up
Yeah.
to the wall, come up to the area, you see a large wooden wall, the gate.
Ah,
Oh,
Mm,
nice.
How do you wish to continue to approach?
Wow. This is certainly involved.
Plus, we'll just shout out at them. Are there any guardsmen, gatesmen?
Yeah. So on the other side of the gate, two men with two big wolf-looking dogs
Oh God.
come around and go, "Ho there! How goes it?"
Sir,
Sounds
are their
friendly.
jaws broken? First question.
that's a good question.
Have they got the scar? Have they got that kind of thing?
Nadia
Can we
will
see
pull
if
back
their jaws are
hello
broken?
while there's
From what you can see, they do not have broken jaws.
Okay.
These two look potentially human,
Yeah.
half elf maybe in appearance.
We're travelers, and we weren't aware there was anything like this along the road. What is this place?
We're the Savage Hand tribe. Pleasure to be of service.
Sorry, did you just say severed hand tribe?
Savage
Savage.
Hand.
It sounds very pleasant.
The Savage Hand tribe.
Sorry, that's
I see.
As
Pleasure
I
to
say
be
that,
served.
can I look at their hands? Is there anything wrong with their hands?
Nothing looks wrong with their hands.
Hmm.
They currently have
Not
bows,
really
and
good.
they have a bows in their hands. They don't have an arrow knocked in them yet, but you can imagine that they're quick with their bows if they wish they needed to.
Are travelers welcome, or is it only for Savage Hand members? Tribe members.
Depends.
Can I
Are you
insight
kind?
to see how
Or are you?
friendly they are? Just trying to gauge if they're like particularly friendly, or if they seem like you mess with them, they're going to.
These people are currently guarded. You can guess them to be. You can, from what the present they
bit
are.
defensive.
Well, naturally, they're potentially defending their home.
Yeah, no. That's fair enough. I'm just checking.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah, they're not outwardly aggressive to you. They're just
yeah.
guarded.
Guarded.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Which is good, because
Okay.
that's like, if they were like gonna shank us or something, then they'd be a bit more welcoming.
Well, they could have knocked arrows quite
Yeah,
easily
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, they have their bows out, but nothing's drawn.
Yeah, yeah.
Krusk will say, we come as friends. We came merely to trade our wares and visit your fine home. May,
Wares.
uh,
We don't
I
have
have
any
something with-
wares.
they might have something for cats.
Oh my god.
May we enter? Or we mean no disrespect. If you'd rather we move on our way, then we shall.
Can you roll a charisma roll, please? Actually, do it as whoever wants to roll the charisma. This is going to be how you appear to the people at the gate. So whoever wants to roll it with advantage.
Talari's just observing. She's not engaging in this conversation.
Yeah, Turi would be in the back as
Right
well.
then, I guess. Can I get advantage though?
Yeah, so
Okay,
whoever.
good. My
So
first roll
generally
wasn't
down
very-
to Nadia or Krusk, I imagine, because you've both probably been at the front.
Yeah,
Without you
I'm
two to
probably at the
decide.
front, given I'm sat in the driver's seat of the cart. Nadia's mostly just kind of looking at them, like gauging what they're like. But yeah,
You get a similar vibe to them as you do your own tribe.
I was gonna say, like,
although
does
when
your
Krusk
tribe
says,
know of them in any way?
doubt it, because they're all up. When Krusk says "where's," Nadia's gonna give him like an openly "what the fuck" look. Because we don't have anywhere, so we're not traders.
Well, we've got money, I suppose, but that's about it.
Yeah, but that's not where's, is it?
No.
But yeah,
Something, maybe.
yeah, she's gonna say we're traveling. We were curious. We didn't know anybody lived here.
So yep, Krusk, please roll with advantage. 10.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Okay.
Jesus.
So they don't lower their bows, but they say, "We leave your horse and cart with us near the entrance. Thus, you are welcome to enter."
Nadia's gonna look over and say, "How long do we want to stop? We are on our way somewhere else."
Gives Talari time to bond, so I don't think we're in a rush anymore.
I think this is also maybe a good time to communicate with someone who lives near the possible bandits and see if we can get more information.
Maybe get a big group of
I mean,
soldiers.
it's a bit interesting that a settlement like this exists so close to these bandits. They either in cahoots with them, or they don't like them. They butt heads.
Cahoots.
Maybe they'd be happy to find out where the bandits located.
Maybe somebody should stay with the cart. Just to
Are
be
we having this
safe.
conversation like right in front of the guards?
Oh, I was
You
like
can huddle.
under
So,
breath.
yeah, like group huddle, JC huddle.
Yeah, yeah.
Chase.
JC.
Chase
I moved the horse in only out of assumption, not out.
Yeah.
anything happened
We
so far.
could leave the wolf with the horse, and he can just howl if anyone tries to take our horse and
I
cart.
think that maybe we should keep a humanoid being with the wolf and horse as well. No offense to the wolf or anything, but
She
You know,
is only a
primal.
wolf.
primal
Does
instincts.
Does anybody want to stay? Because Cross definitely wants to check out this place.
Yeah. I think the general agreement is that we'll go in but be suspicious. Nadia is going to pull her head out the back of the cart where I guess she was talking to the others. Have you been having trouble with bandits?
No trouble if they don't stick around and don't bother with us. Well, I said that
Learn
wrong.
to
Yeah.
leave you be, have they?
Exactly.
You do seem pretty well fortified.
Does it irritate or not sit well with you that there's a bandit encampment near here, or are you guys kind of
Right.
comfortable where you are?
I think it's best you talk to Cassiel,
Okay,
and they'll wave you in.
If you like.
yeah, let's talk to Cassio.
Anyone stay with the cart, or are we just leaving the wolf with the cart?
I mean,
Leave
I
the
don't
wolf.
think Talari won't stay. There's no way she's staying out there by herself.
The wolf will do a good job. It's a reliable wolf.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And you know,
You don't wanna-
Sooty's there to guard it as well, if need be.
So he's going with me, man.
Oh,
So you don't think Krusk's leaving City behind?
Well, I'm not
Oh,
leaving City, yeah.
you never know. You never know.
Sooty's on Krusk's shoulder right now.
If it's dangerous in here, you don't want to take Sooty with you, you know.
I don't believe these guys eat them or something. I don't know what they. What their customs are.
As you go in, one of the guardsmen will take the horse's reins and take them over here to guide you. This is the way to go as you guys disembark. I put the green dot on your wolf. Out of these, so I've got a few wolves on the map.
Oh yeah, there are a few walls around, but mine has a green
Yep.
dot.
Yours has a green
Yes.
dot. That is yours.
You're quite right.
Out of it, just for this map.
Mm.
No, that's a good plan. Otherwise, I would be trying to pick up the wrong wolf. To be
Yeah.
fair, to me, it's quite obvious because it's the only wolf I can select.
Yeah, it makes me laugh because I can select multiple wolves, so it's easy as well. As you go in,
NPC wolves.
as you go inside, you see a small village encampment. You see multitude of men, women, children going about their days. A mixture of dragonborns, dwarves, elves, humans,
Interesting.
half-orcs, a few Triton, the Genasi too there in the
Interesting.
throng
Hmm.
of masses you see as you walk around. You do notice a very, very small handful do have broken jaws, from what you can tell. But as you go in, a fairly large female Azamar, maybe, woman, comes up and approaches you, says, "Hello there,
Oh,
how fare thee?"
Hello.
in life or like today?
In all things, in travelling, in the day, in the night, in the sleep, in
We
all things.
It's all right.
Food.
Far so
Do you eat
good.
well? Some of you look kind of skinny, you know.
well wouldn't say more to no to more food, but
He never says no to more food.
That's
correct.
cool.
And
Well,
you
come in and be at peace as long as you bring peace to us, and we'll bring peace to you.
are you Cassiel by any chance? Well, I might be saying. it
I
wrong.
am the one known as Cassiel. Yes, this is me and my. Welcome to the Savage Hand tribe. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm
A
Cassiel.
lovely home that you have.
Why do you
That's
call
all.
yourself the Savage Hand Tribe?
Name we've been called ourselves for generation to generation. I think one time a long time ago, maybe someone had savage hands in a fight. Maybe I don't know. It's our shaman to know the stories. It's not my job.
You're not actually savage people, no?
Tradition.
Hmm.
No?
That's ridiculous. That's like going, oh, I'm surprised you're not a snake because I'm part of the stone snake tribe.
I mean, you know, if you were called like,
We have just met the Broken Jaw gang, who
And
literally
they all have
broken
broken jaws. Speaking
So-
of, you also have a few broken jawed people in your village. Say defectors, or are these just happy accidents?
We got ambushed by bandits and we're feeling paranoid.
Right. Come in and I'll explain a bit. Come by the fire, and she'll beckon towards this fire over here.
God, she's so happy. It's really annoying.
Well,
I'm a bit suspicious.
I'm always
but,
suspicious of
Well,
people that are overly
I-
happy, man.
Yeah,
it's
very
really
right.
annoying,
Didn't even
period.
trust
Like,
them.
like her perfect opposite.
Why is
Bright
she hiding
skin,
out her
blonde,
misery from
happy.
Thoradin is preparing to fucking go at it.
Wow.
He's got his hand on his hammer. He's ready for it if anything happens.
please be at ease. As long as you bring no threat to us, we'll bring no threat to you. I'll explain.
Is there any
Have you
food
had
by the fire?
breakfast? We'll share. We're
Krusk
willing
will
to
definitely
share.
grab
our
food
breakfast.
if there's any.
Yeah.
Tori refuses to eat anything.
Yep.
Talari.
Nadia will
as you-
happily accept food.
She leads you to the fire.
Oh, she's an Asma, you said.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Azamar is what you can gather.
Yeah.
Actually, just
Very interesting mix of people, and it's just out here in the middle of nowhere. Wasn't even on the map.
Hmm.
some of the
Tribes
best
really are.
places.
Yeah. So on the fire is some kind of what you call stew, fish stew. That's going for breakfast. Some people are
But yeah,
just there's a
Tori's
few
not
bowls
eating anything.
nearby.
Squall tuck in to the
Any
food.
ale?
Not this early in the morning.
Damn.
We've just woken up, Thoradin.
He could eat some.
Talari will give the stew a sniff to make sure she can't smell any kind of anything funny going on.
Smells like fish.
Okay. Alright, just making sure.
It's got some nice flavors, odors to it. But
Right.
To be
fish
fair,
stew.
like fish is the ultimate thing to hide poison in because it stinks so much.
Yeah, yeah. Just in case, you know. That's fine.
There's other
Yeah.
people eating
So-
from this food, aren't there? So
Yep. So as you sit down, there is a
They might already have the antidote.
Cassiel. There's Cassiel, who just sat down. There's a Triton, a female Triton, and what you can guess to be a shaman, because he has a hawk on his shoulder, is a male half-elf.
wow.
Hmm.
Krusk
But
will comment on that. He'll just
Looking at
say,
him,
"Oh, go on, sorry."
maybe he has a broken jaw.
Keeping a very close eye on him.
Interesting.
Can Krusk sit next to him, the shaman? Is there space?
Yeah.
Okay, Krusk will.
It doesn't look like a space, but there is space. This is their main campfire area.
Krusk will make space.
Yeah, as comfortable as it gets.
Hello there.
It needs to be to sit next to somebody.
Krusk will sit next to him. If she's not talking yet, then he'll have a chat with him.
Thoradin's going to
It's
stand
the
behind
time
him.
for food. It's the time for food and eating and drinking. It's like the host's duties for
Hospitality.
them in this tribe. Yes. So it's
Hospitality.
there's some bread, some new freshly baked bread this morning. There for eating as well to dip in with the soup, with the stew, for breakfast.
Nah, Tori ain't touching anything.
Can Krusk talk to the shaman then?
Cass will go, please, after.
Okay.
I'll explain everything, but please, we must
Being
finish
rude,
our breakfast.
Apologies.
Let us finish our meal.
I'll get some fish for the cat. For City as well. Give it to him.
Yeah, you pick out bits of fish for the cat from the stew. Happily takes it down, sniffs it nice. You cool it down a bit, otherwise you can't feed it too hot to the cat first. But
Burn that poor
but
little
after,
tongue.
exactly, can't burn the tongue. But a few people come along and take the bowls in such a way to be you imagine to be cleaned, and a few people have come in the day of a fresh catch of fish again. So
How
a few people have also.
how are people reacting to us being in this camp? Like as we were walking through it, were people giving us like nervous looks? Were they giving us, or they just didn't care? Like what?
Most people are getting on with their day.
Yeah.
A few kids stop and stare, as kids tend to do.
Mhm.
You are dressed fairly differently to everyone else. Everyone else is wearing, all the normal tribesfolk are wearing just basic clothes. Just like, it's quite summer, so some of them are bare chested, some of them aren't. It's just a matter of whichever's comfortable for them. Because it's looking like it's going to be a warm, or quite a hot, muggy day.
Mhm. What's security like in the village? Is it quite like heavy presence, or is it pretty chill?
Everybody in the village has some kind of. Every adult in the village has some kind of weapon on them. It'll either be a dagger or a short sword.
You got it in this day and age, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's got some form of weapon on them. Some of it's just like for
open.
handiness. Some of it's just for. You can imagine everyone is fairly well defended. As the needs of the tribe.
Makes sense.
as everything's cleared up, Cassiel will go to everybody. My name is Cassiel. I am the leader of the Savage Hand tribe. This is my wife, Valoria. She's, as you may guess, she's a Triton. And this is my shaman, Bellinor. We welcome you to the tribe, to us as the tribe.
Thank you.
Thank-
It's you're very kind.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice fish stew.
And a very nice village. Very, very welcoming. Lots of people from all walks of life.
Yes. Well, we don't turn away anybody if we don't have to here.
Yeah, you don't turn away bandits either. Seen quite a few of them
Well-
around here.
Totally being rude, Thoradin.
Sorry, I didn't trust them.
Well, since you've gone straight to the teeth of things, yes, there are bandits in the area, as the civilized folks tend to say. But from our experience of them, they keep to themselves. They don't bother us, and
You don't bother them.
exactly. I mean, we trade every now and again. They give us good supplies for tools and equipment for Bellinor here. But for the most part, we stick to ourselves. They stick to themselves, and we have a good life here.
So you give these bandits, you trade with these bandits, give them what? Gold? Weaponry?
What need we have gold? We fish, we hunt, we make ropes. We need as we must, and we trade fish and food and rope, and then we trade back that what they have.
No gold.
We need not of that.
What exactly do
Oh,
they
interesting.
trade you?
Well, it's the whole mixture of things, really.
Diamonds?
Maybe a few diamonds from here or there. To be fair, diamonds are worth quite a lot. So it takes quite a lot of fish, you can imagine, to trade for a diamond.
Well, my interest is specifically you mentioned for Bellinor, so what exactly does Bellinor need or want?
Well, he's our shaman. He has the needs of what shaman do. Isn't that right, Bellinor? He just almost as if he's trying to take like an awkward second helping of food, try and keep his mouth shut. Mm-hmm.
And I imagine they must liberate their trade goods from travelers along the road.
Basically,
Your guess is as good as mine.
we've already been attacked by these bandits. They weren't very successful, but you can understand that we are not. Well, I don't think we like them. They don't like us.
Many of you hurt?
Sorry, sir.
No,
How
they
many
were
of
the
you heard,
ones.
did she say?
Many of you hurt? Were any of you damaged? Were any of you, do you have
Fortunately,
a
we were
grievance
able
towards
to.
them?
We were just
I mean,
minding. We were minding our own business.
They weren't exactly strong.
In fact, we were sleeping, most of us, and it was only through our good preparation, setting a watch, that we were able to get up and repel the attack.
I personally have an objection to being ambushed in my sleep.
Very inconvenient.
Understand. As we all do.
Only cowards attack when people are asleep. I like to face my enemy face to face.
That's because you're not job, Thoradin.
Some call it nut job, some call it honor.
My diminutive friend here. There is no honor in attacking a sleeping, defenseless enemy.
Again, I see that's a problem with the civilized world, not with
see.
us.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you yourself?
Well, they do civilize in quote.
How did you yourself come to be here? Were you Were you born here? Did you arrive here?
Born and raised to the day I die.
I see. So Savage Hand through and through. Very nice.
If you snap me open and read me through my bones, Savage Hand will read right through.
And how do the what's the nearby city, Moradin? Is Moradin aware of your presence? Do they give you any trouble, any trade, any interactions?
If we need trade, we go trade. Sometimes it's good to have some of their mastercrafted items. They're, as you can tell, Modern City is a renowned for its tools and weapons of great use. She pats her her hip, and it does look like a nice sword that she's got on her hip. Whatever we need, we trade. If we get any money, we buy it back, buy for goods, and come back here.
Are most of the villagers here, like yourself, born as part of the tribe, or do you get lots of people who sort of come and settle? I don't know if you're open to that sort of thing.
Not really. It's predominantly people who are from us, but certainly wayward travelers, people who've lost their way, find us, and if when they are strong and well again, feel they don't want to leave, they don't have to leave. If they want to stay, they stay. If they want to go, they go. We welcome all, as long as they are able to contribute.
Is your broken jawed friends that have recently joined, or maybe joined over however long, have you noticed you are getting more and more findings every here, or have you noticed that getting less? Has trade been good with the bandits of recent date? Better than usual, or worse than usual?
But the same, really, for us. We don't really need what they offer often. It's only for the rare and the spectacular that Belenar needs. Something as rare as a diamond or so. I mean, if we really need it, we could try and search out for ourselves rather than go speak to them. But if they have genuine need and they have abundance of such, then it makes sense not to. It makes sense to go talk to them and see what they can offer for trade. Or sometimes they come to us if they are in desperate need of extra food or and such what they need.
If you need to approach them to trade something, do you go to them or do you speak to? I forgot the shaman's name. The shaman guy,
Belenor.
and he will handle it for you. Belenor.
I mean, he is sat right there.
We're just talking about him when he's.
Just talk about him as if he doesn't exist. I don't.
Well,
He's eating
he's got
fish.
a mouth shut.
Yeah,
He's eating fish.
His mouth's full.
He's trying to stay inconspicuously quiet.
Hmm.
By trying by
He
shoveling more
feels
food
he's
into his
making
mouth.
things awkward by his possibly expanded past.
Yeah.
He's keeping his mouth shut.
Well, actually, do we know? Is he expanded or is he actually?
Well, you said he had a broken jaw.
Yeah, but
so,
is he is he?
I thought he
Technically,
was their contact.
well, that's
thought he
that's
was
what I mean.
trying-
Is like, is he actually part of the bandit tribe, but he's just living here, or is he part
We
of
don't
this tribe?
know.
Yeah, okay.
Castiel
don't know.
introduced him as their shaman.
Their shaman.
That's their
Yeah.
So
shaman.
presumably
Part of the
he's
tribe,
part
then.
of their tribe.
Right.
Okay, so I'll rephrase the question then. So when you need to approach them for trade, how do you go about approaching them? Do you have a contact here in the village, or do you just
Rock up.
do?
It's quite easy, really. Just you turn up, say hello, how's it going? They know it's me. Not going to get my face anytime soon, I'm sure.
So there's no
Is it?
there's no
point.
passcode or no password or anything that you use.
Not that I use. Oh, I don't need
guess-
the passcode.
I guess
I'm
you
not
have to
one
go
of them.
yourself though, because they know you, right? And they have a good working relationship with you.
Yeah, I know a few of the brothers.
Do you?
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, do you know them well? Friends?
More like acquaintances, if anything.
This is-
When he,
They demand a lot for what what they have, but it's not worth
What do
that
they-
much, really.
When are you due a new, like, your next shipment, I guess, or what your next meeting?
Do you
Hmm.
do you have a peace treaty with them? Are you going to object if someone comes against them in violence? Because the cities are going to. They ambush enough travelers that the cities are moving against them.
Hey, the bandit, those guys have been there for the past 4 years, maybe. The cities were going to do something, and then they would have done something sooner. If you ask me.
But if they were gone for a reason, somebody had enough, or perhaps the brothers got taken out by someone who wanted the bounty on their heads, would that be a problem for your tribe? Would you still be able to get the things you moved?
Doesn't bother me. The way of the world. If they go, they go. If they stay, they stay. It's the nature of things, you know. It's like the tides. They come and go. Sometimes it's the same water, sometimes it's not. It's like the seasons. They come and go. The years go round and round. But the world stays as it is.
Things in the village. Any pressing or concerning issues weighing on your minds that you might need help with?
He asks this to everybody.
You're lucky you didn't
I
ask me
have
about
yet to
parents.
work out why.
In this case, she's got a pretty big in with the bandits.
Yeah, she's got information we could
Yeah.
use here.
Yeah.
Anything that maybe we could do for you?
Have you been inside their area?
Place?
No, no chance they let me in. See what their goods are, so then they
See
can.
what they're up to.
Because if I went in there, I'd see exactly how much stuff they have, and so I'd be able to call bullshit half the stuff they try and charge me for.
Have they?
Oh no, this is our last diamond. Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
It is.
Doesn't
do
seem
they?
very likely.
Do they
does
ever?
it?
Do they ever come in here?
No. Again,
Good.
be by the same rules.
Yeah, yeah.
They
That's
beat by
handy.
the gate.
We're not going to have one just rolling in, recognizing us. That's fine.
Do you know what the brothers are all capable of? Obviously, what we know of them is they have some kind of special capabilities,
Must
magically
admit, I've
inclined,
not thought of
perhaps.
any of them. If you're asking that,
Yep, pretty much.
kind of stick to ourselves. Let's stick to themselves. I'm sure that if you're really that desperate, I'll let you talk to some of our former folk.
I mean, I think if Balinor's there,
It's not too much
They-
trouble.
if Balinor's there, is a shaman and that was part of that thing, they're gonna know a lot about magic circles, about the resurrections. That he is the guy that's probably got most of our info. That's my guess. OC, that is. Like, I'm not gonna say that IC with him sitting right there.
Gonna say, is that an icy
No,
comment?
that's not an IC comment. It's an OC comment. I think talking to the Azamar isn't gonna prove. They clearly, it's just like a working relationship. You know, they're not.
So
They're neutral. They're not.
Yeah,
Gonna,
yeah.
I don't know how to
But-
feel about these guys.
Assuming.
But I guess they're. Oh yeah, I guess like you
Just-
said, they're kind
just-
of neutral.
Yeah.
They're just trying to survive. So they're, like,
Basically,
trading
yeah.
with them.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
So
seem too bothered there. These bandits are literally like.
Well, it's
murdering
Yeah.
and
well, then why would
killing
They are-
people
why
and,
would they care?
robbing
The
people.
travelers don't provide them with anything. They don't benefit them in any way. Whereas the
True,
bandits
but, I
actually
mean,
do
the
benefit
bandits
them,
are they're pretty sketch right. They're actively murdering people
but not them.
on the road.
Not
Yeah.
What did-
necessarily.
That's the problem
what-
with the civilized world.
what do- what
and
do-
then
what
Yeah,
do-
exactly.
yeah.
They don't.
What do
Yeah, they
tribes
don't
care?
class themselves as part of it, yeah.
They cast all that stuff away, man. They don't care about any of that.
That's the outside world. That's the
It's a good thing
weird
Krusk-
civilized people that try to think about not living in nature and buildings and other crap.
Mm.
I think it's a good thing old Krusk isn't here because he might take issue.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh yeah, sure.
New Krusk is a bit more chilled out. He's not gonna kick up a fuss about this.
Yeah, cavorting with blatantly evil folk would go against his oath.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah, I was like, old Krusk would not be happy about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if
Yeah,
anything,
sure,
if Turi should love Balinor because he's technically repented. If
Yeah,
he's-
no, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, I wouldn't see anything wrong here, not with what I'm looking at.
I think
No, everything makes sense. They're taking in people, letting them live new lives, and not doing all the bandit killing and that kind of thing. So I think this is like the best place in the world right now.
I think Talari will say sort of I see. I think it would benefit us and to speak with Balinor here if we have some questions about his former employers, and if he is,
If Sot is all right,
you know, with both of you, I guess, you know, don't want to overstep our welcome, and as long as Balinor is comfortable enough speaking about such things.
Balinor, for as long as you are comfortable, and I ask you all to drop it where he finishes. If he doesn't want to go any further, then that'll be it.
Seems fair.
we understand.
Well, no, please just finish your stew and just get on with it.
It's very nice stew, to be fair. You know.
He looks fairly guiltily, just finishes his last gulp and puts his bottle down and goes, "Fine. Yes, I was one of them. Not anymore."
Why not?
They kind of got a bit culty, if you ask me.
This is what we were saying, man. We were saying they were a cult.
Okay, easy Krusk, easy Krusk.
Okay. If they were getting culty, most cults have a singular belief or thing that they worship.
What
They
are
idolize.
doing?
What are they culting? What is their aim of that?
What are they culting about?
What are they culting about? I'm trying not to say that.
Yeah, but you did.
I know.
Exactly what you said.
I know that's exactly what I said. Try not
What
to.
are you actually doing up there?
What triggered the change to them being a cult?
Back in the good old days, we were just the old bandit, you know? Go out, raid a few people,
travellers. Yeah.
take all the money, come back, all good, happy days, you know?
Yeah.
Great.
This
But
is really repented, by the way, Arthur.
Oh, that's literally what I'm thinking. Is this really repentance, or did he just get bored with one crowd?
Hey.
He just doesn't like cults.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
But
then,
yes, what was he saying?
yeah, back we used to steal a bit of money, make a
Raid
bit
the
of
old
money.
traveller. Wine,
It was
women,
great.
and song.
No one got hurt. Take your
one got hurt.
hostages.
No one got hurt.
No one got hurt.
Early days.
Take your hostages. You know, just it's great.
Yeah.
You know, force a few people
Put in a few
to
people.
mine the place, and then
We've
send
all
them on
been
their
there.
merry
We've
way.
all been there. Yeah, I mean, come on, yeah.
It was great.
Right. Okay.
But then all of a sudden, right, this person comes in and they're in the ear of the brothers, and the brothers get really hot on the idea of brotherhood. And like we were all brothers before. We all took our lumps, all did our jaws. It was all part of getting in. But then
One hell of an initiation ritual. Like, I maintain that. It's ridiculous.
hey, they go back a lot. Who knows? Just
What you had to do.
they're brothers. You know, you survive as you do. It's better
It's just
than
sense of belonging,
you're better than
yeah.
the mundane life. You know,
Ah,
just living and existing in those cities. Just
But
so
yeah, they
boring.
get really hot on the idea of brotherhood.
Oh yeah, sorry. They get an idea of brotherhood, and this guy comes in and he gives everyone an opportunity to live. One day we go out raiding.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, someone dies. Because
Happens.
it happens every now and again. Unfortunately, we generally take them back, bury the body, and
Make
say
a
few
living
good words.
raiding folk. Sometimes someone shanks you for it.
Exactly, it's a risk of the trade, but this guy comes in, and he's able to resurrect them, bring
Do
them
you
back
want
to life.
live forever.
And so the brothers, they love this. So as a selling point, they're able to go around and say to people, devote your life to us and we can bring you back. And that's just like, I want to, why die? I want to be able to die. You know, that's
Interesting.
life. I mean, if I go out in the woods, I get hit by a bear or hit by the wolf or something, and I die, I die. That's it. That's me done. I can live my peace with that. That's fine. But after a while, you can
Do you
imagine
have-
like being resurrected again and again and again. It's like,
Would
are you the
screw
same
with your
person?
mind.
Are you the same person? I don't know. I mean, I'm a shaman, sure, but
I was
If you
going
say
to
to
ask.
people, "Do you want to live forever?" There's always going to be some muppet who says yes.
so like you got how many of them over there, and they're like,
What did the mage
they're
want?
not afraid of death anymore, and that's like scary.
What did the mage want? Did he just come up to the brothers and say, "I will do this for you"? Did he want something from you guys?
Well, I mean, it's been a few years. No, sorry, it's been a few years since I left. Like, before I remember, just rocks up one day. I think he might have been captured one day.
Captured.
He's the
Yeah,
one-
I think we might have brought him in as a hostage, you know,
Oh, okay. Mm.
and
Do
then
you remember doing teleportation circles, or was that after you left?
I mean, it's a bit out of my wheelhouse.
Okay, I'm trying to gauge
Um,
what kind of.
I'm more heal wheelie than summoning.
How did you join them when you first joined? Did you just approach one of the brothers, presumably, and just say to them you wanted to join? Then you had to do the.
Well, no, it's
Live forever.
when I was when I was a young chip. No, when I got captured, just like everyone else. They offered me the choice: work with them or dig in the mine. You know,
Is
and I
that
thought, you know,
Hmm.
they look big, strong, bit more interesting than just being an old like soothsayer or whatever back in the cities. I could actually mean something, you know. Could be part of something. I was for
How
a bit.
did you leave? Were they
I left.
happy with?
I don't
You
know,
said
I
they were
left.
getting all culty.
Also, you escaped.
Well, I left out the front door. That's not really an escape per se.
Okay,
but-
so,
They-
so
they
what you're
probably
saying is they let you
know-
leave.
Where he is, given that he's like still living here.
I don't care.
So it was optional at the time. Carry on. Go ahead, give your life to us, or leave, do whatever you want for the rest of your life. We don't need you anymore. We've got these people who are life authors. That kind of thing.
I don't know.
I mean,
But
they
I
might
left.
not have known he was leaving. He probably just said, just popping out,
Oh,
boys.
is there someone here who left
Recently.
more recently?
Maybe.
I guess that's more directed at. I forget her name. Claire.
Cassiel.
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 I mean, how many people are here? How many people are in this camp? Like, how many?
Big camp.
Quite a lot. Quite a big
Fair
camp.
amount. You can less than 50, more than 20.
Okay.
Just a rough out of the
Yeah, yeah,
because like you got to if you count adults,
yeah.
not including kids, because
Okay.
but like
So
more
must
than
have been-
20,
Yeah,
less than
yeah.
50.
So they're in theory slightly smaller than the banded crew, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, true, but we saw a few broken jaws, so I'm just wondering
Yeah.
they all left at the same time, or if.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
It'd
trying
be worth
to...
seeing if there is one more recent, because because information about the hideout specifically could potentially help us. If we're going to get that info, we might as well get that info now. We can use
We
all
wanna
that.
get-
Well, we can get all the info we can get. We can even if we don't use it, we can pass it on.
Okay.
And get money
Before
for
we
it.
move on to a more recent person,
So it's just
Actually, no,
so it's
fine.
just a person, basically. Do you have a name for this person that showed up?
Not that I remember. Maybe someone else knows. It's been... I mean,
A
I've been
mage
focused on other
offers you
things.
eternal life, and you don't even remember his name. He'd probably be very offended.
Hmm.
Look, so like I was trying to get out of Dodge there, you know. Just I don't want to mess with them anymore, and
Yeah.
I was like,
Mm.
toodle pip, and off I went, you know.
Trying to think of
I
this.
Well,
explained a
hard
few
for you
things, I
to leave behind the
suppose.
bandit
But
life. Do you ever miss
when-
it? Must be quite quiet here by comparison.
It's a lot safer,
Do you ever
and
you know,
still
miss that adrenaline
fairly
rush? You ever
important.
No,
wanna get back to it?
Ned Krusk. That's great. You enjoy
No,
your
I mean-
life as it is, safe,
I don't think
wholesome,
he's repented,
or
Turi.
very some bandits.
No, I don't miss those days. I'm after here. That's
Great. Healing
that's what I
people.
want.
Great. That's great.
Not great. I
Krusk,
wanted to. I
shut
wanted
up.
to. I wanted to pay him to come with us. Sounds like he's pretty settled here.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wonder, when you captured this mage, was I with anyone? Was they alone? Do you remember? Was I?
I mean, I wasn't on the hunting party that got him. You know,
Oh, but sometimes people like to, big up their stories when
Yes.
they get back, some boasting, anything like that.
But- like, anyone who was a mage didn't leave. Too important to go.
Okay.
Do
So-
they capture
What,
everyone? that they
So
rape?
you snuck out, did you?
Well, I was able to leave, but if I wasn't going on a raiding party, you know.
Oh,
Right.
I
So they keep their mages in their HQ. They don't want to. They're too valuable.
don't want to risk them.
Because if they die, who's going to
Yeah.
resurrect them?
Mm.
Well, quite.
Oh wait, mages, and this was 4 years ago. Christ. How many mages was there when you were there? Other than you?
One other?
Hmm.
I mean, anyone magical is hard to come by because generally they stay indoors and don't go traveling around all the time. You know.
Very true. It's not a common thing, is it? Looks at
If
Talari.
you're a wizard, you're too busy. If you're a wizard, you're too busy studying. If you're a warlock, you're off doing whatever things your patron says. If you're a sorcerer, then if you're ain't half exploded by the time you're 20, then you're doing it wrong.
Just coughs
That's about
awkwardly.
right.
Yeah. Talari will cough a little bit as well.
Do they capture everyone and take them back? In your experience, and give them the choice to work in the mines or join up with them?
But it varies. Some people refuse. Some people agree. Everyone gets the opportunity. It's only fair.
Everyone gets the opportunity. That is interesting.
I don't like your train of thought.
What? You want us to be an imposter?
No, he wants us to get captured.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's kind of interesting, right?
It would work though, wouldn't it?
Easy way to get
Yeah, but
right.
but
in
not if you're
hideout.
not if you.
Get you
They're gonna
in.
bound you. They're gonna
Out
bind
would
you
be
up.
a bigger fucking problem.
Yeah, but some of us can
Even
do
just say
special
yes, right? We
things.
could even just join them and then kill them.
I ain't breaking my jaw.
the
There's no way.
inside.
There's no way Talari's breaking her jaw for these people.
No, no, no.
You can just be yourself. Just set the bone back in place.
Nah, man.
Yeah, you'd have it
And
like
you
that
think they
forever.
haven't tried to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You not
There's
just
no way.
re-break it and then heal it. Might be painful.
No.
It's not a perfect science.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a
not.
broken nose. It's like sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not.
Because all it
Oh,
does,
really?
all healing does is repair the tissue. It does. It can. You still can get scars and
It
stuff.
can't put the bone
Yeah.
back.
No.
Yeah.
Do they treat their people well? Or did they when you knew them?
I mean, they're bent.
What do you mean by which people? Up the
The brothers, did they treat their people well when you knew them?
yeah. I mean, I don't think. It's hard to say if I would have died for him. You know, just. But
But you were loyal. They never give you a reason until
sure,
they
yeah.
started getting all culty.
certainly.
Because we spoke to some of our attackers the other night, and one of them said something along the lines of basically, I don't care what you threaten me with, it's nothing compared to what they would do to me. doesn't give me a particularly high impression of their leadership ability.
They were very loyal,
Mm.
extremely loyal.
Fanatically loyal, these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can only assume that if that person's confident of being resurrected, maybe
Possibly.
they don't care.
But if that's the case, why not go do your worst? I've already been killed and brought back 3 times.
Also-
Whatever punishment you can devise for me isn't going to be a bother. Why say you can't do anything worse to me than my own people can do?
Also,
Husband for
I mean,
you.
what's the drama in that, eh?
also, death's all well and good, but you can hurt someone for quite a long time without killing them.
Pain could be much worse than death if that
You would know, wouldn't you, Talari?
I've heard stories from Turi.
She's a nurse. No. What do you mean you've heard stories from
I've
Turi?
dabbled.
Look, yeah, you shock a couple of guards, and suddenly you're some.
Is that an IC statement or an OC statement? Because we don't know about the guards IC.
You do know that. You do, don't you?
We do.
Krusk
You
doesn't
do.
know. I don't think.
When did we know? When did you tell
That
us?
was in the prologue. You were all
There
there.
was rumors.
The
Wasn't it?
rumors
Yeah.
told us.
It was in
There's rumors there.
Yeah, it was in the prologue that some guards got murdered, but we didn't know it was
Oh, we did?
Talari.
No, I thought that was common knowledge. Alright, we won't say that then.
Krusk didn't know. I don't think Krusk ever
No.
knew. He would have been very
I
upset.
don't, I
if he
don't think it's
found
been explicit knowledge that it was Talari. It's been rumors that that a person like Talari has been wanted for killing guards horrifically.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was the case. And then
Like
I
that's
think it
why
was a
that's
rumor
why
that got
that's why
like
guards were after Talari and Krusk and
So I
co.
thought,
And Thoradin.
I think Nadia thought that was just the tier priests like talking shit to try and get us into
Mm.
trouble.
Right.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, but that,
sorry, Talari
but
actually
that
did
was the
know at
rumors.
time, basically. So she was wanted for a good reason.
Yeah, yeah.
She generally,
yeah,
genuinely
she's
was.
yeah.
genuinely wanted, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
she was
all
genuine.
this time he's like, "Oh, me and you, we've both been framed."
Yeah, no, Talari's not
Thoradin.
framed.
Yep.
Well,
She was not framed.
well,
She's actually an evil little
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, Talari was framed for the other part, but not for the actual murder of the guards. That was definitely her.
It was a strange fact. Krusk was just straight up framed.
Look, I
Mm.
don't torture people. You know, don't look at me with stuff like that. You know, Turi is the Turi is that expert.
Okay. No. I
She's
was sent
an
to a mission
assassin.
to kill Zen,
Repentant.
rarely to take.
An
Torture as an action.
ex-assassin.
Yeah, we don't really
ex is
keep them
something
alive.
to
We
do.
just take them out.
Well, you know,
And these are the people I've got to deal with.
I've seen a lot of people in a lot of pain who
Can
wish.
we not
who wish
put
for
all
death,
our luggage
so-
out on the table in front of the nice tribes people, please?
Okay.
Let's not
Sorry.
like throw our luggage out. Okay, come on.
Sorry.
Professionals, somewhat.
We are not professionals.
Okay,
Not
try.
even a
You
little
might
bit.
be, but I'm not.
You hear much gossip from the west?
Oh no.
No, Krusk, no,
No.
niet, no.
No.
There's rumors of a new group.
God damn it.
Oh, shut up about them.
God.
Every time we meet somebody, literally every time,
Oh.
literally
How do you
every
expect
single
to get
time.
information?
Just
How-
Shut
ignore
the
him.
fuck up.
Ignore him, please.
The Justice Collective, they're called. Anybody mention them? Who's
No.
passed through your lovely village?
No, God.
And
God's
you're the
be
first
damned.
people to pass through for a good few days.
Oh, really?
And Nadia's going to stand up, walk over to him, put both her hands on his shoulders in a companionable manner, and go, "If you don't shut up about this bloody Justice Collective, I'm going to strangle you in your sleep.
Well, I
must
guess
know.
And
I guess
feed you to Sooty the cat." Okay?
I guess we know Nadia doesn't mind killing people in their sleep.
We must know how this strange new group is perceived in the world.
Why?
I-
Why,
I-
Krusk? We
I-
don't need
The
to.
obsession.
It's not
It seemed
needed.
like an interesting group, from what people have told
This
me.
is likely the wrong place to get that kind of sense because these people don't seek out that kind of gossip.
They
information.
use
Even-
civilization in quotes.
Even not hearing about them is a sign in itself. It's very interesting. thank you.
Just,
No.
just
Dear gods. Why?
man.
I'm going to strangle you in your sleep, Krusk. Be duly warned.
You know what's going to happen when we get to Moradin?
Yes. Yes.
You're not going to get to Moradin. I'm going to kill you and leave you in a
Oh.
ditch for the band.
That's a threat.
I'm just looking out for my good friend Jace.
God damn it.
in a ditch,
Oh god.
and then you're going to be an undead,
Yeah.
and that'll serve you right.
Been there, done that.
Oh yeah, that's true. He technically is kind of undead at the moment.
Hey.
Be undead, whatever.
Oh dear. Yeah. So yeah, I think the next thing is to find if there's anyone who's defected recently or more recently. Preferably the most recent.
How far into this do
Help.
we want to dig? Because if they give us a lot of duty info, are we
Right.
going to go? Because we've already cleared the bounty, which is just info on the hideout.
Well, but this is the thing: is the more info we give, the more we'd get, in theory.
And also, if we give a lot of info and have a lot of info, it might be worth us also getting involved in the siege. Especially considering now we know that our little medallion is possibly not what we think it is.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because I do want to stall enough that
Yeah.
Talari's got time.
Because this is the thing: we
more.
might want to put that on hold until we know more about what's actually in this thing.
Exactly.
I think that's a good idea.
Also, I'm surprised Thoradin hasn't brought this up. If this guy is a mage with a broken jaw, you in theory could hand him in for money.
No,
You'd have to fight the entire village to do that, though.
no, yet, no.
It did cross my mind. There's a lot of easy gang members here.
Like
Oh,
OC, you'd have to fight the entire village.
Well, it depends. Depends how you. Depends how
really-
you.
We can learn
This
the
guy.
way
This
from
guy. This guy is so
self-
chill. You're not. You don't. He doesn't have to know you're handing him in.
OC, you will have to fight Turi. She loves
I-
this place. This is
Thoradin
like
won't be doing
repentant bandit central.
Fair enough.
No.
Dead while he's sleeping. Thoradin swings his hammer, cross lightning bolts him. He'll probably die in one shot.
You really want to take that, Bert?
No, that's probably.
There's
not.
a lot. There's a
No,
lot of
wouldn't.
people here.
There's a lot of people here.
You
Yeah,
need to lure him out.
yeah. You
It's
wouldn't. You
also
wouldn't
called
want
the Savage Hand.
Cassie will arise and say,
She heard our evil thoughts.
to. Yeah.
Cassie will rise and say, "We have filled your hearts, filled your bellies, and nurtured your minds. Now, in repayment, we only ask you help around our shrine for the day, and we'll help you elsewhere you wish."
Didn't know this was part of the deal.
Seems fair. I'm.
No, it doesn't matter.
As Nadia said, I am a nurse. I can help with any healing that is required or any one that you need looking into.
We have 2, 3 heavy lifters.
I'll cut your wood. There you go.
I'd love to work with some of your other fellow.
I would
ex-gang
What
also
about
members.
like
stuff as
to
brick, Krusk?
assist those who have repented.
Repented.
Sinister
More like
when
what?
you say that.
She's going to start a confessional. That's what she's going to do.
Yeah, Krusk is happy to
Please,
help. If
come
he
on,
can help-
repent, my child.
If he can help
I stole
with
some
the gang
sweets!
members, and he can talk with them at the same time.
Cassie will say that for this evening, perhaps. We've got plenty of tasks, errands for you to keep you busy throughout the day. And on that bombshell, on next time on the Ascendant Lands, what else? What other information will they gather about the Broken Jaw Brothers? How helpful can they be in the tribe's errands that they want to do? Next time on the Ascendant Lands, we'll find out.
Da-da-da-da.